What's going on, you guys? It's your Huggable Hipster here, and welcome back to another review. Today's review is going to be on Dark Souls 3. This game, it's probably one of the games where, you know when people ask you, oh, what's a game that you wish you could go in blind to again, like experience all over again for the first time? Dark Souls 3. And Bloodborne, actually. Oh, yeah, Bloodborne. Oh my gosh, if I had the chance to re-experience Bloodborne for the first time again, oh my god, I so would. Just like the Cursed Hollow looking for the humanity, the Ashen Ones look for the flame within themselves. Dark Souls is famous for allowing the players to choose their own outcome. In this game, no different. With 4 different endings that you can choose from, I think, plus a secret ending, there is so much more room for activities. Both games are absolutely unique in their approach. One starts out with finding your humanity, and then this one ends in finding your flame, the burning soul within. Now, rekindling the flame comes at a price. Don't think this is going to be all easy peasy lemon squeeze me. Fighting each Lord of Cinder in Dark Souls allows for the player and the Ashen One to grow from it even more so. From the Watchers of the Abyss to Ludith of Corland, which actually he might be the Fruit of Pygmy. I think he might be the Fruit of Pygmy, but I'm not entirely sure. There is some lore on that, but we'll get into that later. The Aldrich, the Devourer of Gods, to Yorm the Giant, to lastly, Lothric the Prince. Now, Lothric the Prince isn't necessarily a Cinder Lord of Cinder type fella, since he said in the lore that he didn't really like the first flame. It was only insinuated that he did. All of these lords were the first to light their own flame, but it was so weak that all 5 lords needed to be combined together, if you will, to combine to get like one big massive flame. That way the sacrifice is that much stronger, and that is where our young Ashen One comes in. And it's much like Elden Ring in the fact of where to be Elden Lord, you have to find all of these different lords, and you have to combine them in one big Lord jumbo, and you become Elden Lord. Probably a very, very poor way of putting it, but there you go. And it's fascinating because I found Dark Souls 2 to be nothing like Dark Souls 1 or 3, and isn't it absolutely amazing when you don't have the director of the game that is supposed to be there directing the game? Once Hidetaka Miyazaki came back, all was well with the world, and we were able to get our nice flowing paced stories back again. This game has the same, balance and structure as that of Dark Souls 1, where you have a specific goal in mind and you have to complete the task in order to meet the goal. I am very task and goal oriented, so for me, this is chef's kiss. Now, in a way, I will say this, the Dark Souls installments showcase kind of the Herculean trial likeness, if you will. Each trial showcasing strength and patience and willingness to get from one place to the next. So let's explore, shall we, how each Cinder Lord pushes the Ashen One, or maybe it's a push for strength, you never know. The Exiled One isn't a boss, but more of a mentor who is basically our cheerleader through the game. He transposes the souls of those we battle into armaments and tools to use. The Abyss Watchers, much like Artorias, shows the duality of a person and how a corrupt mind can cause division in the soul. Mentally, the Abyss Watchers are fighting themselves in the same way Artorias was in Dark Souls 1. Aldrich teaches us that power can manipulate you if given the chance and can turn you power-hungry. Aldrich is a metaphor for power-hungry individuals that wanted it all, too much, too soon. Yorm the Giant shows brutality over power, this weeping strength that took over the giant. Lothric? Well, Lothric is an interesting one because he showcases pessimism and power. Lothric thinks that no matter what or how hard you try, you'll die in your very pursuit for power. All of these different characters showcase something so incredibly unique, and it's called the human condition. Each one showcases a part of our humanity and a part of our mental structure that I think is absolutely chaotically beautiful if you think about it. The Exiled One, since he isn't a boss, it's kind of more like the Fiddler on the Roof. He's watching, he's lurking, he's there, always participating in as far as it will allow him to. Because, the Exiled One is basically that kind of person that sees all and ingests all the information, but is wise enough to know that I shouldn't really speak on this, or you can even take the part of the person that is Yorm the Giant, exiled, a bit of a hermit. He doesn't really interact with people, could be possibly an introvert. There's so much psychology that is within this game, just absolutely beautiful. Now, continuing on through Dark Souls 3, this was apparent that it was supposed to be a continuation of Dark Souls 1. Having a similar setup, dynamic concept. In one game you're looking for your humanity, and now in this one you're looking for your ember. There are just so many ways, though, you can find your flame. You know, you can play this game as the pacifist, you can be the brute, or even the hero that makes, you know, this Souls game so special. It makes it so special because there's so many unique ways that you could go about it, just like Elden Ring, just like Dark Souls 1. Even Dark Souls 2, you can customize, do absolutely everything in your power to make it that much more you, if that makes sense. And that way, the outcome is just as unique as the player. It's just as unique as you. So whenever you're playing this game, remember you're playing an experience that is subjective to you, nothing else. So this is where it comes into probably my favorite part of the game philosophically, because when we look at the bonfire, we see a save point. We see something that is meant to be our safe haven. We never would think that it would actually turn into a boss battle, or at least that's what I think. So the final act of our play in Dark Souls 3 takes a very special turn. Now that you've found all the Lords of Cinder going throughout, from lands of the Boreal Valley to now lands of the bonfire with our lovely, sweet, very attractive looking firekeeper, might I add. It takes a very special turn now. So now that you've found all the Lords of Cinder, you have to obtain the combined soul of all of the lords. The soul of Cinder is every Cinder Lord combined. I think this is very unique, very special. Personally, I believe that this last boss battle is a personified bonfire, but that's just me. I think that there could be something to explain that it is a personified bonfire. I mean, for crying out loud, its main weapon of choice is the bonfire sword. I mean, not only that, it's the amalgamation of all of you have worked for, all the magic that you've seen throughout the game, all the movesets, everything. There's also movesets, by the way, from Gwyn, Lord of Cinder, and Artorias thrown in there. So, you know, tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Bonfire has seen it all, from running away when you're scared to a triumphant sigh after you've just beaten a boss battle. It's seen everything. It's seen your ups. It's seen your downs. It's been there through it all with you. This is aesthetically, I think, one of the best looking bosses since was Dancer of the Boreal Valley and Artorias. I think Dancer of the Boreal Valley, Artorias, and the Lord of Cinder boss, that top three. Okay, top three aesthetically. And also, besides Dancer of the Boreal Valley, difficult in terms of movements, I will say, because I thought this, oh my god, this is the only time I kind of wish I would have recorded my reaction, because I didn't know this guy had a second phase. When I saw that this Lord of Cinder, the Cinder Fire Bonfire personification dude, had a second phase, I just was like, oh I didn't know. I felt like a child. I felt unprepared. It was really something to behold, because I thought, oh my gosh, I almost got it in its first try, and then me and my friend went in and we took care of it, and I saw that there was a second phase and my heart almost stopped. I have to say though, this game was absolutely incredible. While the controls were somewhat iffy and there were bugs that I'm so glad I got a screenshot of this, because this bug right here, this I don't know what Lothric was doing, but he was doing something up there. I'm so pissed off that I couldn't get him when he was on the wall. It was by far the best Souls game. I think, in my opinion, it is the best Souls game ever created. Now, I don't want to take away from Simone Ornstein, and I don't want to take away from Artorias, and I do not want to take away from Gwyn, Lord of Cinder, but the crafting, the way that the story was done, the way in which everything came down to a final, kind of just like a calm, kind of eerie still point at the end of the game. I think it was really very well crafted. It created a unique, beautiful, and all-consuming environment that drowned me in Dark Souls 1 Easter eggs, a story that encapsulated the very breath of the soul of the series. Life is a journey, and every journey eventually leads to home. So you guys, that was my review on Dark Souls 3. And yes, okay, wait a second, I totally forgot to do this, and I don't even think I put it into my review, but the ending that I got, I specifically went out of my way to get a good ending. I wasn't just going to be like, okay, I'm going to reignite the flame and that'll be it. No, I went out of my way, okay? I got the second ending, which is ending the flame. I went out of my way. I got the Firekeeper's eyes, and in that world, okay, so wait a second. Wait, let me tell you guys this. Okay, this is so cool. So this alternate world reminded me of the Hunter's Dream, because you go in and you have to fight Champion Gundyr, which, by the way, I hated that boss battle. It was so annoying. Oh my god, but that's besides the point. Oh, against him, and then I went past, and it was like I was back in Bloodborne, because you fight an alternate version, or not fight, you go through an alternate version of Firelink Shrine. And through Firelink Shrine, you go through and you see that there's a fragment of the bonfire, which kind of reminds me of the there's like a bone fragment thing in Bloodborne, and you can also get the Firekeeper's eyes, and you have to give the Firekeeper's eyes to her right before the end of the game. So yeah, that was really, really cool. I'm glad I got that ending. There's like 3 other endings that you can get. You can get the traditional linking the fire, you can get, you know, ending the flame. There's also a secret ending that you can get where there's a few seconds before the end credit goes, and you can actually kill the Firekeeper and retrieve the eyes back, so you can betray the Firekeeper. I didn't want to do that at all, because I'm a good bean. And then there's a very lengthy one. I forget what it's actually called, but yeah, there's another one, and I'm forgetting it right now, but there's another one. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'm actually going to be going into the DLCs next to review as well, so more Dark Souls goodies for me. Actually, one of the DLCs rather was gifted to me by one of you guys, and I purchased one of the DLCs as well. I didn't realize that there were 2 DLCs that you could go into. There's Ring City and the Ashes of Arendelle, or Ariandel, I believe it's pronounced. But yeah, I loved the painted world of Ariandel. It was just absolutely phenomenal, and I'm so glad they brought that back as a DLC for Dark Souls 3. It makes me, oh my gosh, it tickles my fancy. The next review that is going to be coming out after this is Kenna Bridge of Spirits. That game, absolutely incredible, hands down one of the best games I have played so far this year. It is absolutely amazing. But you guys, that is it for me. I hope you all have a wonderful day today. And if you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below, because I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And with that being said, stay casually nerdy, you guys. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.